Okay, fine. So previously, just what we have seen, like we have discussed what is what, like what is SQL Server, what are the responsibilities of a DBA. So let's say we'll continue here. So basically, we know that as a SQL Server DBA or any DBA, so our job is what? Maintenance, right? So database and database server maintenance is our job as a DBA. Okay, let me. Yeah. So we have seen that like monitoring and troubleshooting is our regular job as a database admin. Then next one, like to work as a SQL Server DBA, just we have seen like we need some SQL basics are required plus Windows basics. Okay, these are the two major prerequisites: SQL basics and Windows basics. Right. So anyhow, like already have said, for Windows basics, we'll discuss in the same course what is required from Windows. SQL basics, for SQL basics, what I will do, I will share you the recordings on SQL basics for 2-3 hours recordings. You can go through those recordings. Okay, right. So after that, like we have started with SQL Server. Just we have summarized that SQL Server is what one of your RDBMS product developed by Microsoft. Okay, right. So generally we know it may be SQL Server or it may be Oracle Server or any other server. Our responsibility is same. Okay, our job as a DBA, our job is same. Okay, maintenance. And we have seen like as part of our job, we'll do various activities like installations, configurations, right? Patching, providing security for databases like backup restore, performance tuning, monitoring, implementing automation, running the user queries. Okay, all these are our regular activities in real time. Then, coming to SQL Server, like we have different versions are there. Already we have discussed. Like our latest version is SQL Server 2022. Before that, we have 2019, 2017, like various versions are there. Once you enter in the organization today, we have to work with yeah, all these versions. Old versions are there 2014, 2012. Those are like obsolete versions, means like Microsoft has already stopped support for those versions. Okay, right. So then like to connect and generally like whenever you want to install SQL Server, uh, okay. Yeah, basically like to install and configure SQL Server. Basically, it is a two-step process we have seen. One is we have to install first database server or database engine. Okay. Second one is here we have to install some tool called SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Previous day, like we have just started the installation. Let's say we'll see again. I will go through again. Means like basic installation I am discussing now, but real-time installation we'll see yeah after 1-2 classes. Okay, so that with the basic installation, you can immediately start practice. The purpose of basic installation is what? You can start practicing in your laptop. And so like we need very basic requirements are there in our laptop. No need of any high-end machines. Okay, like minimum 8 GB RAM, like almost 50 to 100 GB hard disk space. Very minimal prerequisites are there compared to other softwares. Okay, right. So check here uh, we'll come back to installation. Similar to like other RDBMS products, remember SQL Server supports uh, SQL, right, which is a structured query language. Structured query language, where as well, which is for writing the queries, right? We know that already we have different types of commands in SQL, like DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, something, right? So same commands are supported here also in Microsoft SQL Server, as well as for programming purpose here. See, in SQL Server, we have T-SQL, okay? Transact structured query language for programming purpose. Means what? Again, no need to worry, like we are not writing the programs, our developers will write the programs, right? Like stored procedures, functions, triggers, and those are written by our development team. Okay, that's remember like in Oracle, we know, I think maybe some people are working with Oracle. In Oracle, we have PL SQL. Here we have T-SQL, Transact Structured Query Language. But as a database admin, remember, we should have some basic knowledge of SQL. That's why I already have recorded the sessions on SQL. It's SQL basics, not complete SQL developer. SQL basics, which are required for DBS. Those recordings, you can go through that. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So next year, yeah, already have said like generally whenever you want to start installation and you want to practice SQL Server, first steps here installing database engine. Second step is what? Installing SSMS. So let's say we'll go to some anyone. Yeah, just we can downloads here very fastly, very easily. Suppose if I type here SQL Server 2022 download. Okay. Check here, go to SQL Server downloads. Or we can say this evaluation center. Yeah. So click on this exe file. I think already have downloaded. Just placing this in our chart option so that you can, 1 second, it is not opening. Yeah, so that you can also start practicing. Okay, check here like downloaded successfully. Then just run the setup, right click, run as administrator. Okay. So once again, remember, don't get confusion. This installation is not real-time installation process. Okay. This is only to start practicing in your laptop. Yes, Banu.
Sir, here one doubt, sir.
Yeah,
From here in the SQL server,
yeah.
we are going to use for Linux commands or what, sir?
No, no. See, we are installing and maintaining SQL Server in Windows environment, like 95% environments. Only few people are using SQL Server. They are running on Linux. In that scenario, only we need Linux basic commands.
Okay.
Clear, right, Banu? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
clear, sir.
But even now we are using here like multiple servers. We have almost all 99% servers are running on Windows only. From 2017 onwards, SQL Server works on uh, all the platforms. Okay, like Windows, Linux, Mac. Even now, we can maintain SQL Server in containers also, Docker containers or something like this. So that's why in the organization, if already the implementation is on Linux, then only we need some Linux basic commands. Okay,
Okay, sir.
right, right, right. Yeah, any questions, please? We can use chat panel or we can talk also. Only few people are there. There will be no confusion. If any simple doubts are there, Ayush, Kiran, Srinath, you can unmute yourself. You can discuss also. No need to worry. Right. Right, what we are discussing, just like how we are installing SQL Server, right? So just say like just we have downloaded the exe file. Here it is asking SQL Server 2022 Evaluation Edition. Actually, we have various editions are there. We'll talk about the editions later in detail. SQL Server Edition. I think maybe you are familiar with what is edition, right? So like edition is like our models in vehicles, right? We have top model, basic model. Okay. So why? Because depends on our requirement, we can purchase the respective models. Same thing we have editions here. So just very briefly, let me discuss. Later we'll see in detail. SQL Server Enterprise Edition is our topmost edition. Means what? It has all features of SQL Server and its cost is also high. Okay. Then we have SQL Server Standard Edition is it, which has some less features, almost all 50-60% features of Enterprise Edition. Then we have SQL Server Web Edition. This is for small websites. Like that, we have different editions. After that, we have SQL Server Evaluation Edition, which we are now installing actually. We have Developer Edition, BA edition, so many editions are there, but we are not working with those editions frequently. If you see here, SQL Server Evaluation Edition. Okay, so basically remember, both are free editions. No need to purchase. First point. Second point, remember, Evaluation Edition has all features of Enterprise Edition. Okay, but it is a trial edition which works for 180 days. Okay, 180 days trial edition means before 180 days we can convert into standard or enterprise edition. We can change, upgrade the edition. Okay, if you want. Yeah, otherwise it will expire after 180 days. Okay, that's why remember like this is only for evaluation purpose. Okay, but it has all features of Enterprise Edition. You can practice all features like log shipping, mirroring, always on, clustering, performance. All the features we can practice with Evaluation Edition. Okay, but in real time we'll work with these two editions very frequently. For large scale applications we are going with the Enterprise Edition. For small scale applications we'll go with what? Standard Edition. Okay, right, right. uh, I will discuss later some more differences. Just hear what I have discussed. Later, I will provide you some table comparison of these editions, their prerequisites before installing. Those things we'll see later. Okay. Okay. Let's we proceed. Very simple here compared with. And already I've said like I will show you how to install SQL Server in Linux as well as in Docker containers also. later. Initially, confusion will be there. That's why the beginning I will not discuss, but after 1 2 modules I will discuss those things also. Let's say I will go with the basic installation. Here see custom means we can customize actually what is required, what features we can install. Here we can download the software. Okay, you can download the software. Later you can copy paste into required VM. You can start installation whenever it is required. Okay, just go. Let me here. I'm going with basic installation. Accept. It is saying that SQL Server is installed in this location. C program files Microsoft SQL Server. Just remember this is the default path for SQL Server. Default path. Okay. But in real time, we'll see later. We are installing SQL Server in separate drive as a best practice. Means what? In this location now, by default, binaries, databases, logs all are created in the same location. That's why in real time what we'll do, binaries will install in one drive, database data files one drive, log files another drive, okay, tempdb another drive, backups in separate drive. Okay, so for that purpose what we'll do, we'll download the media, we'll run the setup manually. That we'll discuss, okay, maybe after 1 2 classes, right? Okay, so you can continue with the same location just here for practice purpose install. Okay, so started here downloading. I think already it is there in my machine. So now it will start installation. That is like very simple steps are there to install SQL Server in our personal laptops for practice purpose. Right. So once this installation is completed, already I have said, database engine or SQL engine or SQL Server, okay, is created. Once SQL Server is created, once the database engine is created, next step is what? To connect and work with this database engine, we need this SSMS. We can use any tool actually in the market. We have so many tools, but Microsoft is providing SSMS. Like in Oracle, we have SQL Developer, PLSQL Developer, right? So in MySQL, we have MySQL Workbench. In Postgres, we have PG Admin, right? So like that, say like different tools are there to connect and work with the databases. Same thing here also we have SSMS. Okay, so once the download is completed, then it will start installation process. Fine. Once the installation is completed, then we'll go with what? This SSMS. Just summary it is showing here. You can just check here. What is the purpose of what? Just product summary they are displaying here. Okay. Then, meanwhile, say like I will download SSMS also, SQL Server Management Studio also. You can type, yeah, just download here SQL Server Management Studio. Just remember, like SQL Server Management Studio is a tool through which we are connecting and working with SQL Server. See, with the latest SSMS, okay, you can connect to latest SQL Server as well as previous versions, previous older versions also. We can connect to, suppose let's say tomorrow like new version is there, we can connect to higher version also. It's not that we can connect to less than or equal to. We can connect to higher version also, but higher version features are not listed in the tool. Got it, right? That's why always better to maintain SSMS latest one. Okay. In general, remember, like if there is old SSMS version, okay, our security team will see again different teams in your organization. They will run the VA scan, vulnerability assessment scan monthly. It depends on organization, mostly monthly. So if any old version is there, if there is no latest patch in SQL Server also, if there is old SQL version which is already out of support, for example, our security people will share the output of the scan. They will ask us to upgrade this SSMS, apply SQL Server patch, or upgrade SQL Server to higher version in general. Okay, right. Let me download here. Okay, this SSMS 20.2 it is showing. Just they don't get any confusion. There is no relation between SQL Server version and SSMS version. Okay, SSMS is a separate tool. Okay, don't correlate. This is for 2022. Another SSMS is for 2016. Like that, don't correlate. Okay, yeah, started download. So here the started installation, starting installation now.
Hey, Karim, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, yes, please. No need. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, what is this evaluation installation?
This one,
Something like that.
sorry, evaluation edition, right? You are saying same. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
this one.
that's what, yeah, yeah, correct.
We have
We
professional
have
and
said, uh, uh, professional in which product you are saying? SQL Server or Oracle?
SQL Server. Yeah, SQL Server. So we have
SQL,
professional and developer, right?
no, we are not using SQL Server Professional. Maybe after 2014 or something, we have. There is no like SQL Server Professional Edition. So if you see here,
Anything
editions,
called enterprise we have?
yeah, enterprise, correct. It's
Okay,
I think
okay.
it's equivalent to enterprise. Enterprise, standard, web. These three we can use in production environment. These are like developer express or this what we are installing. All these are the free editions.
Okay.
Basically, remember this Express edition is free. We can install in production environment also. All these we can use in production environment. This we are using in non-production environments. Especially if you see Express edition is a free edition actually. Means what if some client want to start using SQL Server. So they can start with Express Edition without license. Later, like they can take any license if they want. Means what it has very limited options, like database size up to 10 GB, maximum database size it supports. There is no automation, there is no performance, there are no high availability features like log shipping, mirroring, always on, just for the startup people. I think it is clear, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Anyhow, I will list out all these in our material editions. All these are, yeah. Okay, so check here very clearly it is saying if anyone has any simple doubt, ask me immediately. Okay, Kiran or Bhanu or Ayush, other participants, no need to hesitate. Okay, one second. Srinath is there. Okay, Okay, fine. Check here, like at the end, it is showing like SQL Server installation has completed successfully. Okay, and it is saying very clearly instance name. See here very clearly, whenever we install SQL Server, just remember we are calling it as a instance. Instance is nothing but one copy of SQL Server. Instance. Okay. Instance name it is showing MS SQL Server 01. This is the connection string it is saying which we can share it to our application team. Then like who is the administrator of this instance it is showing what feature is installed SQL engine, right? SQL Server or SQL engine is installed here using this media. Then version 16.0 version means 2022 version. Okay, this is our database engine version 16.0. This is the location. Okay, here see we can connect now itself. We can just check whether SQL is running fine or not. Already I've said there is no tool. Still, we did not install any tool, right? So we can connect through command prompt. We can validate. Okay, or we can install SSMS. Same thing. If I click here, it will navigate to this yeah SSMS download page. Okay, so from there it starts downloading. I think still yeah it is downloaded already 2 times. Let me delete one. Yeah, so now check here just what you can do. You can say close means installation is completed successfully. You can maintain this screenshot if you want. Close. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Database engine is installed successfully. How we can verify whether it is installed successfully, whether it is running or not? Check here, we can verify whenever we install SQL Server, like similar to other products. Yeah, its services are created, right? If I go to services.msc, okay, yeah, here see, we can search for SQL Server. Here, if you see here, SQL Server, MS SQL Server 01. See, this was installed in the last session by following same steps we have installed. This is our just we have run the setup, right? MS SQL Server 01 and it is running. See, SQL Server is running. It's working fine. It is saying but how we can connect to this server to start working with? So one option is there. We can go to command prompt. Okay. We can connect here through command prompt also. We can, yeah, start working with SQL Server, but it is somewhat lengthy process, difficult. Check here. I can enter here SQL CMD. Later we'll see other details. Now here connected successfully. You can check here what is the version. To run this command, we have to say go. Sorry, we have to put brackets actually. Okay, optional. Check here. It is saying SQL Server 2022 version. Okay, 16.5 version. Like that we can just check here like what are the databases are there, what is the server name, other details we can check here. If I say go, the previous command is executed. This is the server name. Okay, so what databases are there? We can perform here some basic activities. I will say exit means disconnected. Okay, so like I said, by using command prompt, we can connect. But yeah, if want to yeah, perform the administrative activities. Always it is better to have this tool SSMS. Okay, SQL Server Management Studio. Very simple. Just right click here, run as administrator. Just remember, database engine was installed successfully, which is our step one. Okay, then now we are installing the tool SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, yeah. See, like it is saying the installation path, it is showing default location. We can continue. Okay. But remember, like one important point, let's say we have 50 production servers, for example. 50 production servers are there. In each production server, we are installing what database engine, which is compulsory, right? So, whereas we can install in each production server, we can install SSMS, one option. But as a best practice, the second option is what? Install SSMS in one machine, for example, in your desktop. Okay, from there, connect to the servers. That is second option. That's why mostly this second option is better. Why? Because if I install SSMS also in every machine, okay, so tomorrow, like if any VA report is saying that you need to upgrade SSMS, we need to upgrade 50 times in each machine. Okay, again, it's not serious issue. It depends on our organization or our team understanding. Better to install in one machine SSMS in your desktop. From there, try to access the database servers, database engine, which are running in different servers. Okay, for that, we need to ask our security team to open the firewall. Those things we'll see later. Okay, don't get any confusion. Right. Okay. Installation is going on like still. So once it is done successfully, we can open SQL Server Management Studio. Through this Management Studio, we can connect and work with SQL Server. Okay. Installation is done successfully. Close this. Go to search, type SSMS. We can type total also here. SSMS. Okay, it is showing here SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, okay. Uh, First time it is opening, taking some time. No problem. Okay, check it like to which server you want to connect. Actually, we have installed SQL Server 2 times, right? This is SQL Server, MS SQL Server. Here see SQL Server, MS SQL Server 01. Okay, just check here server name, browse for more, database engine. See, 2 instances it is showing here. Okay, this is the first instance where you can see MS SQL Server. This is our today's installed instance, MS SQL Server 01. See, system name, this is my host name or laptop name, slash MS SQL Server 01. Let me connect to the first one. Okay. Make here encryption optional. We'll see later. And say I'm connecting to SQL Server using my login user. We'll see here we have different types of authentication options are there. Those things we'll see in security module. Let me connect. See, connected successfully. We don't have any user defined databases. Okay, only we have system databases which are predefined databases. Like in other RDBMS products, like if you see Arkill, we have table spaces are created by default. So here we have system databases are created automatically. Now check here. Here see like with this SSMS, yeah, one of the benefit is what you can perform the activities using graphically. Here, if you want to create a new database, for example, right click new database. Okay, some database name. Every database has two types of files, data file, log file. We'll talk about the architecture. Okay, say okay. Database is ready. Like that here. We can create a new login. Okay, so login name, password. Oh, I want to allow this login to access this database, sales database, with full permissions. We'll see this later, so don't worry about this. Say okay, login is ready. Like this here, graphically we can perform the tasks. Okay, but if want to work with the command, we can take right click on the server, new query. We can work with the commands also. Okay, see, we'll see again, like 1 second. If you see here in SQL Server Management Studio, this is my host name, desktop name, laptop name. SQL Server 16.0 version means 2022 version. This is my login. Same host name slash some username, local username. Okay, right. So like that's like we can take here new query or right click new query. We can work with the commands here. For example, let's say I want to run some command. Type the command, select at the rate version. Always after typing the command, select this command and execute. Okay, see, we are getting some output. SQL Server 2022 RTM something it is saying. We'll see that later. Like this, like how we can work with the simple commands. Server name, execute. Okay, this is the server name. Like sp underscore help db. It displays what are the databases are available in this instance. Just remember in SQL Server, instance is a collection of databases. We can compare in Oracle like database is like schema there in Oracle. Here is it is a instance database. Okay, there it is a schema, for example. Right, right. This is like just I have done basic installation. After basic installation, yeah, we have installed SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. After that, connected with SSMS, and we have seen how to run some basic queries. Okay, then check here. Sorry, 1 second. Hmm, sorry. Magnifier. Okay, this one. Okay, okay. Yeah. Then if you see here, we have this is our SQL Server service, which is our main service, which process the queries. We have SQL Server agent is there. This is for automation. Yeah, in general here, see, if want to schedule any backups like maintenance activities, just remember we are using this agent service, SQL Server agent service. By default, it is not running. We can start the agent service. Okay, we can configure like jobs, alerts, various things with this agent service. Right, we'll talk about again in detail. That's why in production servers here, both SQL Server service, which is our main service, and SQL Server agent. Okay, both must be running always. Okay, right. Check here once again in today's session. Just we have started with the introduction part. Okay, then we have summarized how to install basic installation we have discussed. Then we have summarized that evaluation edition is a free edition, which we can use for POC or learning or practice purpose. Developer edition is free, which our development team can use. Express edition is free, where we can use in production, but for small scale applications. Enterprise edition is a topmost edition. For example, for banking, like critical applications, CRM applications, okay, compulsory like HRMS applications, we need enterprise edition. Let me show you. Like, see, I have connected to one of our server whose the server version is 16.0, which is 2022 version. But how you know which edition, this server edition? Right click on server name, properties, SQL Server, Enterprise Evaluation Edition. Correct, right? Just now we have installed what? Evaluation edition, which is a 180 days free edition. Okay. By using the queries also, we can check all the details. Select server properties, one function. In that, we can pass here whatever we want. Okay. Edition. It is showing enterprise evaluation edition. Okay, so that is like just let me just increase the fonts for more visibility. Okay, next result. Okay, yeah, just let me close this. Open again, SSMS. Connect, okay. Yeah, if you run the queries, select and execute, okay. So this the visibility is clear. Server name, yeah, which edition? Sorry, Enterprise Evaluation Edition. Right. This like very simple steps are there how to install and yeah, start practicing with SQL Server. And by default, remember whenever we install SQL Server, will by default like some system databases are created automatically to maintain the metadata of the instance, right? Yes. By default, we'll see later in detail, 5 system databases are created. One is hidden database. which is resource database. We'll see later. Uh, yeah, for DBAs, remember, as a DBA, we'll work with system databases frequently. Okay, right, right. Any questions are there? Anyone? Just try to practice this one, whatever we are discussing by seeing the video. Anyhow, for this, I will provide you step-by-step material also. Module 1, module-wise material I will provide you. In that also we have all these steps and what all the theory what we are discussing parallelly. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, any questions are there? Sayed,
No.
Kiran? Thank you very much. Ayush, any questions? Yeah, thank you, Ayush. Yeah, if any simple doubt is there, you can ask me. I can, yeah, clear your doubts. No need to worry.
Sir, earlier I have downloaded installed the developer edition. So
Okay.
can I practice on that developer
Yeah,
edition?
you can
Right?
practice. Developer edition supports all features. You can use the evaluation also. Both are free editions. Developer is okay. We can practice.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Any other people? Any questions?
So Kiran is asking something, sir.
Yeah, yes, please. Kiran,
He
where
typed in
is
the chat.
I type in chat. Okay, let me just. Okay. Mhm. Uh, okay. That experience, it depends on how we are practicing, but I will try to cover regularly what we are doing as a regular activity in real time. Plus, we'll see like all the means like most of the issues we'll try to cover. I can. I think it depends on like how we can manage, but we can go with around 4+ years experience. Okay.
And one question, sir. All
Yes.
of a
Yes.
sudden, I'm a database developer, sir.
Oh, good.
All of a
Good.
sudden,
Mm,
uh,
mm.
I see lot of openings on DBA.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes.
So not sure, like, is anything happened or like,
No, 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 not like that. So, uh, yeah, where you are working?
so I company in Hyderabad, sir.
Okay, 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 good. No, no, we have like openings, but what happened? Like from in general in the I think already already you are working from February onwards. We'll have the new projects. Maybe we'll see some more openings this time. Yeah, in general. Yeah. Fine then, let me stop recording. Okay, so I will yeah, update yeah, once it is completed. Recording is ready. Uh, Try to like share